Welcome back to the channel. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Let's begin. All right, everyone, we really need to dive into this latest update regarding the drama involving Claressa Shields, Papoose, and 50 Cent, if you even want to call it a beef at this point. Now, as I've mentioned before, Papoose has been pretty much MIA lately. It honestly looks like he's been way more preoccupied with his own hairline situation than actually stepping into the ring to fight these verbal battles on behalf of Claressa Shields. As many of you already know, Claressa had previously shared on her Snapchat that Papoose was supposed to handle the 50 Cent situation entirely. The goal was to give her the peace of mind to focus strictly on her training for that massive upcoming match she has scheduled for February. However, that plan clearly hasn't materialized because the whole situation has now evolved into a direct head-on battle between Claressa Shields and 50 Cent himself. Now, let's recap where we left off. 50 Cent was originally responding to Claressa because she had posted about their time together at an event down in Louisiana. During that event, 50 Cent was actually her biggest hype man, showing her tons of love and even wearing her world-class boxing championship belt for the cameras. At first, 50 Cent's public response seemed respectful. He basically said, "Look, that's great. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your next fight. I'm gonna go ahead and let this beef go and just leave it all behind me." But of course, there was a catch. Right after that, he decided to post a throwback photo, an old picture of a young Claressa Shields winning her Olympic gold medal. People immediately caught on to the vibe and felt he was low-key throwing shade at her physical appearance, right? Even though he didn't explicitly say anything negative about her face or her looks, we all know exactly what the move was. You see the vision. Needless to say, that slick move did not sit well with Claressa Shields at all. In response, Claressa went on an absolute posting spree across her Snapchat, sending out a very clear warning. She stated, "If you send me any inappropriate private photos, you're getting blocked. If you come at me with insults, you're getting blocked. And if you're acting like a groupie for some internet clown, guess what? You're getting blocked too. I'm only about positivity and good vibes here. If you can't bring that energy, you're gone. Period." The situation escalated further when she quoted a post on Twitter from the blog Say Cheese. The caption claimed that 50 Cent is actually a fan of Claressa and wants her to stay focused on her fight. But they paired that caption with that same old Olympic photo from her teenage years. Claressa wasn't having it. She immediately fired back by posting a stunning, updated photo of her current self and said, "Please, y'all want to run with the ugly narrative so bad. I was 17 years old, fighting for my entire country, and had an Olympic gold medal around my neck. Of course I glowed up, and I'm going to always be focused no matter what, like always." Right. And then she took to Twitter once again to double down, saying, "Boy, y'all hate everything about blackness, being black, black women, black support, black unity, black noses, black asses," with a peach emoji. It's really sad. I'm never joining the hate train of my own people. I didn't wear a full face of makeup until I was 24 years old, still beautiful and blessed. Now let's keep it a buck with each other, right? Here is the real issue where I feel like things start getting a little bit hypocritical. Look, I'm the first to agree that attacking someone's physical appearance or going low like that is completely unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Claressa Shields has given everyone more than enough legitimate reasons to criticize her without even mentioning her looks. For example, let's talk about one of the biggest issues, how she handled that toy drive charity situation. She allegedly didn't want to donate or even participate in giving back to the children, all because she had a personal beef with the child's mother. And let's be clear, that mother is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at the constant, ongoing back and forth she has with Laila Ali. Again, we are talking about another black woman, someone who is absolutely revered in the boxing community. She carries her father's legendary legacy along with her own incredible accomplishments and massive influence. So the question is, why are we even coming for Laila Ali? And why is Claressa trying to weaponize Laila's words against her only when things stop going her way? And don't even get me started on this drama with Remy Ma. Last I checked, Remy is also a black woman. But remember, initially, Claressa Shields wanted to be her friend. She wanted to connect with her about stylists and all these different things, while Remy was, and in 2026 currently still is, married to Papoose. None of that black woman unity seemed to be a concern for Claressa Shields back then. But then, sometime later, she finds herself entangled with Papoose in some capacity. Regardless of what their situation is, the fact remains that Papoose was still Remy Ma's husband. It got so messy that Papoose was reportedly sleeping on Remy's couch until Remy finally exposed the whole thing. She brought the receipts, the video, the tapes, and the text messages showing Claressa Shields allegedly wanting to go public with a married man. You guys, seriously? Here's my take. I totally agree that in terms of blackness, black support, and black unity, it is far too easy for people to tear each other down and lose focus on the core issues. However, it is incredibly interesting to me how Claressa Shields wants to pick and choose when to play the black woman card. It's okay for her to go after black women unprovoked when it serves her. It's okay to go after Laila Ali. It's okay to go after Remy Ma. It's okay to target the mother from the Toy Drive charity event. It seems like it's only okay when she feels there's a personal benefit to it, when she thinks she can get the internet on her side or start a hate train against another black woman for her own gain. But the moment she's on the receiving end of that same energy, suddenly we want to pull the unity card? Look, we got to keep it real, you guys. But let's get to the actual root of this whole thing, because there's a major detail people are conveniently leaving out. The original video, that AI-generated clip that 50 Cent posted, actually had absolutely nothing to do with Claressa Shields' physical looks. Let's be real. It was an AI video based on a movie scene where he superimposed Claressa's face and Papoose's face onto the characters. And from where I'm sitting, my takeaway is simple. Both Papoose and Claressa got triggered. They weren't triggered by a photo. They were triggered by the actual content and the underlying message of that video. They were bothered by the implications because it hit a little too close to home. The video basically suggested that Claressa Shields is being used and that this whole situation isn't exactly what she thinks it is. That is the real reason they're mad. That is the core of the issue. It has nothing to do with her looks or some conspiracy to tear down a black woman. In fact, 50 Cent wasn't even coming for you initially, Claressa. That's the irony of it. He threw you in there as a dig at Papoose and how Papoose has been moving lately. But see, you completely missed the point, didn't you? And that's when Papoose decided to fire back with those AI videos of 50 Cent's face on women's bodies, trying to call him a woman, which, by the way, had nothing to do with you either. And yet, there you were, Claressa, in the comments calling 50 Cent a pimple. So if we really want to go there, wouldn't that technically be you attacking someone else's physical looks? But the real flip in this whole saga was when 50 Cent hit Papoose with that Remy Ma shade. He said, "There ain't no man more in love than a man that has no place to stay." Now that was the ultimate level of shade. He followed it up with that Dave Chappelle skit about working at McDonald's, and the message was loud and clear. The core of your problem is that you cannot escape the Remy Ma situation. Number one, people see the real tea about your relationship dynamic. They see what's actually going on, even while you're busy on the internet trying to prove that you and Papoose are the real deal. You're out here trying to convince everyone that Papoose didn't spend the holidays with Remy Ma, talking about how bad you want a baby this year. All these things that have absolutely nothing to do with the sport of boxing. And now that Papoose is so integrated into your training camp, it's giving he's on the payroll for all intents and purposes. People are watching this dynamic, and that is what they are reacting to. You can't get mad at the public for having an opinion. If people were just attacking your appearance for no reason, that would be one thing, but they are reacting to your behavior. Specifically, they are reacting to your behavior toward other black women, which makes your unity tweet the height of irony. Your own actions toward black women are what put this whole mess on the jumbotron in the first place. But nonetheless, this drama only stops when Claressa Shields stops. People think it's going to end when 50 Cent gets tired, but no, it's going to be when Claressa stops. It's clear to me at this point that you are playing as many cards as possible to keep this narrative alive because you love being in the news. You love being in the blogs. You love it so much that the very same images you claim are disrespecting you, you're reposting them on your own platforms. You're even reposting your ESPN body issue from back in 2016 just to keep people talking about you. Let's be honest, if you were truly that upset about old photos circulating, you would have left it alone a long time ago. See, that's the thing. If you were truly bothered by the attention, you wouldn't be talking about it at all. But now that you've realized you are going viral, and according to you, you've been trending for 40 days straight, you want to use this entire drama as a conversation piece to re-promote and reintroduce yourself to a newfound audience that might not even know your boxing history. And listen, if that's your marketing strategy, then that's what it is, but you cannot have it both ways. You can't brag about being a trending topic for over a month when the bulk of that attention came from the mess involving Papoose and Remy Ma and whether or not they spent the holidays together. You can't enjoy the fame from the drama, but then the second 50 Cent throws some shade back at you, suddenly it's a moral issue about looks and attacking black women. Oh, and by the way, while you're playing the victim, you're also promoting yourself and attacking other black women, hoping those comments go unscathed. You simply cannot move like that. Where is the apology? Where is the accountability? Where was all this maturity and responsibility when Layla Ali was on the receiving end of your disrespect? Where was the accountability when you were throwing all that shade at Remy Ma? And let's talk about the Rio character reveal. Where was the accountability when you were talking down on that charity event, refusing to help those kids just because you were mad at the mother? You wouldn't participate in a toy drive for the community, but then you fast forward to the mall, walk into Louis Vuitton and drop $30K like it's nothing? What this shows is a clear, developed pattern of petty behavior toward other black women whenever things don't go your way. It shows that if people aren't constantly praising you or feeding your delusions, you turn on them. And honestly, surrounding yourself with people who won't tell you the truth is a very dangerous game to play. But nonetheless, there it is. That is it, and that is all. As they say, finis, illis finito. We have reached the end of the road and the end of the line for this video. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this entire situation? Is Claressa right to be upset, or is the hypocrisy just too loud to ignore? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And please do not forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more updates. I'll catch you in the next one.